Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You're watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm here in the review of Basketball Wives Season 7, The Reunion. This is the last episode. After this, that's it. No more Basketball Wives review in the future. That's it. It's just going to be watching. I ain't doing it anymore. This reunion, to me, was only an hour. It needed to be multiple parts. It's good that they only did this in an hour because it wasn't much to go on this season that us to really have a long multiple part sessions. They brushed on a few things, but I guess they didn't really solve anything. So everything was like still in limbo with a lot of issues. So I'm just gonna talk about what I feel about this reunion, this season, how some of the issues they did brought to the reunion there. And this is not even going to recap each scene or each segment of the reunion because it was boring and lackluster to me. The host was Mark Lamont Hill, and he was cool for the part, but it seemed like he was taking sides a little bit, or he's trying to stay neutral, especially with this CC and Kristen. But it seemed like he was more on Kristen's side than CC, and I don't know. All right, so we know that Jen. They come to find out Jen did not attend the union. She said she had her lawyers call the producers and saying that she would not be attending the reunion because she afraid that the ladies will attack her. I said, shut up. You did all this problems, all this commotions, all this dirt for you to not to be here. That's like ridiculous. It's like everybody was there but you didn't want to come. So Jackie decided to call Jennifer and said she needed to be here, but she didn't pick up. I said, whatever. Jen don't need to come back. She should be fired and let go. Don't come back in the reunion because nobody gonna like you. If you come back next season, what's the point for you coming back? Because you will be everybody, most in the cast, will not stand for you except for Kristen and stuff like that. But your relationship with Evelyn, Cola to Evelyn, is over. Shawnee don't really trust you right now. Malaysia can't trust you. CC OG is not feeling you like that. Jackie is not, she's standing neutral, all that stuff, but she's not gonna be on your side like that. So you really only have yourself and Kristen. Kristen vouched for you, but at the same time, Chris is starting to see something about Jen too. But Chris is still on Jen bandwagon. So the Just asked about the new ladies and how Shawnee feel about the girls, and she said Cece's overwhelmed, which I do feel that. This is not a platform for Cece. Cece too poised and too wanna righteous to be in this kind of show, and to cutthroat kind of environment, she can't do that. So it pegs her to be a little bit of a liar, but I don't really think she's lying about a lot of stuff. But the way how she's like not hardcore and not defending and flip floppy or something like that, it comes off, of course, as being a liar. But I don't really think she's lying. It's just that the way I wish she could stand true for her firm, as the truth for what she says, that it would not become a lying. And it seemed like this reunion, they would peg Cece as a liar. Like Kristen was bringing up receipts. The text message said, make sure that what I said, that the happy ending rumor, that it was a joke. I said that text message doesn't prove anything, because at the end of the day, like Cece said, you was in that room, that was your family member, they were saying something, you could have squashed that. It would be any misconfusion, because she said the happy ending part, I can't say that about the joke and everything, but she said it was just interpretation of whatever happened that night. So that happy ending rumor, it was just thrown off because it was not known it was a joke or not. And nobody take that as a joke. You can't really take that as a joke. And you didn't take that as a joke at that time. You went to go tell back. If you was a joke, you could have said, girl, they was laughing and they was having a good time and it was a joke. It was no big deal. They say you had a happy ending. It was a stereotypical thing. You didn't say none of that. You presented it to Cece as it was not a joke. For you to come in the reunion and say you want to bring text messages and Cece say that you told Cece numerous times that it was a joke, and Cece said no, you didn't tell me. You told me no, it wasn't a joke. And like that part, I was like, okay. So I don't know that receipts prove anything to me. I still stay firm that at the end of the day, they should never said that because they never met this girl, and for them to say this happy ending, it was not necessary. So Kristen, whatever. So I feel like yeah, CC's overwhelmed. This is not the platform for CC. She needs to do something another. If she go do another reality TV show, go to somewhere else that you don't really have to be ratchet and out over the top, cutthroat kind of thing like this thing is. She said OG is a handful, a mouthful. She could hold her own, so she's good. She could keep up with the ladies, but she has a mouth on her. And then she said Kristen was cool because she got along with the girls and everything. Kristen's cool, got along with the girls because she was kissing up your asses, and she could do that. And so she said Kristen could hold her own. Yeah, Kristen could hold her own a little bit because she's in the good graces with the It Squad and not the underdogs. And she was dating the underdog, she didn't want to be there long enough. So Christmas was flip flopping a lot, and I didn't like that. So that's what I would say about Kristen. So I don't really care about too much about Kristen and CC and Joji. I mean, OG and Kristen. OG said something like she said that Mark asked OG a question about how you did feel like the friendship with Kristen and Jen, all that stuff. She said that it was a mutual kind of thing. Jen and Evelyn feel like Kristen was good graces because they could get her, and Kristen felt like they was the person they could get with, so she could trample over Cece and everything, and that's well. And Kristen didn't like that. She said, "No, that's not what it is." I said, "That's exactly what it is, Kristen. Because as soon as you got in front of these girls and everything, especially after they flipped on and said, 'Oh, she didn't tell you it was a joke and all that stuff,' you got your good graces trying to make up with them and trying to get in their good side and trying to be with them, and then all to do after season, you've been friending them." To turn on CC. So what is that? It was beneficial for you to be friends with them than you being family and keeping family with CC. Even though CC is not part of the family like that, like you keep saying. So she had to prove herself and solidify her position in the freaking family. So you didn't really care. So it was like that. So OG was right, and you got in your feelings because you feel like she caught in the nail and everything. But I said it was good. I do believe what OG said. It was a mutual thing. You wanted to get good friends with the Evelyn and Jen, and they got you. They nabbed you because they feel like you could be on their side. So I agree. And you trying to deny all you want, Kristen, but at the same time, you can't deny. Um, Emily, Tevin, Evelyn, and Tammy. This thing is. They need to stop rehashing this beef with them. It's like it's getting tiring, it's getting old. Cause we all saw last season everything was cool, and Evelyn said, "Yeah, everything was cool in the reunion." Until she said this comment about the GoFundMe that was inaccurate, about it was 6 months ago and something like that. And she was responding to something that happened, and she funded that happened a way long time ago, so it wasn't irrelevant for the season. Whatever. She said it was inaccurate. Since then, she didn't. That's how the beef started again. So Tammy's like, she didn't know they had any beef because she was cool. So when she got to the season, when they was making fun of her, jabs at her, she was like, where this coming from? Even Tammy said, yeah, when I looked at the thing, she thought it was funny what Evelyn was impersonating her. But so she was like, where did the beef really started? And Evelyn said the beef started with that GoFundMe comment about at the end of the last reunion. I didn't see that reunion, so I don't know what was said, but they played back. And that's what she was mad about. I said, really, girl? You just don't like Tammy. That's quarter that it is. You don't like Tammy. You never care for her. You never cared for her when she first started in the scene because you know she's too real. She's like that. And you keep saying Tammy's fake. You know the real her, all that stuff. You all about her freaking life, all about her coochie. Like you know everything about her. And you saying her stuff is fake, but everything about you is true and real. Stop that. No, it's not. None about you is real as well. You put up a front just like you saying that Tammy's putting up a front. And it's like this whole reunion. You so bothered by Tammy. You so like this. And even your ending comment was mostly about Tammy. I said Tammy already left the building. And you still talking about her. Like say about her health. She lying about her health. Why she need to lie about her freaking health? Why she need to lie about that? Why she need to lie about anything else like that? I was like, come on, saying you said she lied about her freaking miscarriage, and cause Evelyn said to Shawnee, you had a lot of conversation. You told Shawnee and us that you couldn't have any more kids, so you lied about that miscarriage used as a cover-up story. I said nobody should use miscarriage as a cover-up story, and I don't think that is the truth. I did believe that she was pregnant and she couldn't carry because I think she getting older and stuff like that, and she can't carry babies like she used to. She can if she wanted to, but her body couldn't, so it had a miscarriage. So I don't think she would lie about that. She said miscarriage is not a joking matter. She said it's not, but you lying about that. I said, why you think everything Tammy said is a lie? Like it's crazy. And then Tammy said, I had a problem with you because you was emailing the and DMing the exec producers about me and by saying things that to get me or whatever, saying crazy things. So they both was jabbing at each other, digging at each other. So for Tammy, I do believe Tammy was surprised about this outbreak and outbursts and anger towards her after they thought they rehashed it, because evidence harboring some still kind of residual feelings towards Tammy for some whatever reason. You still have it. Tammy apologized about that domestic violence comment. Evan don't accept it. Tammy said, "Oh well, I said I apologize. You don't believe me. You think I'm faking. You think I not telling the truth. I'm not sincere. That is so will be it. You said apologize. You don't accept it. Leave it like that. She didn't harbor it. She didn't go on. Not like that. And I feel like a lot of the issues wasn't really developed. It was like talked about it and then cut off. Just like the CC and Kristen, it was talked about it cut off because Kristen said that they still haven't seen her child, which I said is not CC responsibility to go see your daughter. If she want to see it, she can see it. And I do believe that Biden don't want to see your granddaughter. So whatever reason, it's still more to the surface. What the guy's not here to defend themselves, so they can't really say much about it. But it's still more to this because Cece can do so much. It's just not her responsibility. And with that text message about, Biden said they don't want you at the parties because they got to pay. She said that Biden told her to send it, but then she said no. I eventually told her, and Biden eventually wanted me to say it. So whatever conversation they had, Biden May told her that, and then she said herself, Cece, that every time Biden tell herself, she tell Kristen, which I do believe that because she been doing it. She be telling Kristen all the time what Biden be saying to her, so she could get Kristen to know to have a conversation. But you you made it seem like Cece's to blame for everything. Cece, just own up to your stuff. If you send that text messages to the way how you feel that you don't want them around because you feel like you're paying. It's all because how Kristen turned on you. Just say that because you're making it seem like you're lying about a lot of stuff, which is not. I do feel like Kristen holds a lot of residual anger towards y'all because y'all don't see her child. Basically, that's what it is, and it's something that the family dynamic is not being explored because it's that pettiness of her reason why she don't like you, how she turned on you. She said, "Oh, we was cool 4 years until you lied to me about the thing." I said, "Why she didn't lie on you? She didn't lie to you. You misinterpreted the information. You misinformed the information towards her about the happy end and all that stuff. So that's what making a crazy interpretation." But like I said, and then Tammy said her piece. That was done because they didn't really go further into it. It seemed like Mark was mostly on Kristen's side, was trying to jab at Cece's like, did you really send it because of Biden or you said it because of you? I guess it was, he trying to make a clarification. It was like, Cece sent it because she wanted to send it. Just say it, Cece. You wanted to send it because you wanted to send it. But at the same time, it's like, you shouldn't be sorry about that because you said your piece. It is what it is. Just own up to it. But Kristen's feelings towards you had nothing to do with no text messages, nothing like that. It had more deep with the family dynamics that would not be explored that we should know. But it is what it is with that. And that's it. It wasn't much. They talk about the sad things about happening, about the Malaysia, her brother getting killed, about Jackie getting therapy, and she changed. And I do appreciate Jackie changing. She did a complete 180 this season, 360 this season, and I like that. I like this new Jackie. Shawnee said the show has some growth about sharing the thing. I mean, it has more issues they talked about, but I don't think it was growing. It's the same formula as it's been like season 1, so it's nothing didn't change. And that's that. I don't really have much to say about this reunion. That's all it was. Tammy said her piece. She up and left. She congratulated the girls. She said, I did what I had to do, and I'm out. She out and left the building. And then Mark said, it's funny that how all this commotion happened with the season, with one didn't show up and one left. It's kind of like you're saying that they both conspired with each other to do this. And they're not here. I'll say, first of all, Tammy did her piece. She said it. She said what I had to say. They was not trying to hear her. And then I don't understand why they didn't bring up that Shawnee kept this whole information about Evan's daughter, what Jen said for 6 years, or more than what Tammy held, and you didn't question her about it. But y'all questioned Tammy why she didn't tell Shawnee a year ago when she knew about it. So it's so hypocritical stuff, and it's crazy. And then we touched about the Malaysia thing. Malaysia said she feel like she shouldn't have done that because she didn't want her kids to see how her mother act like that in a trip. So that was that. That was a reunion. Like I said, it was an hour. It needs to be anything more than that. They didn't really resolve any issue. It just bickering, talking back. Nobody was backing down. They were saying without the piece, and he got to kept going because it was only an hour. But that was Basketball Wise. Hope you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Please share my videos as you can. I have other content in my videos and trying to get my channel up there. I love doing this. So talk to y'all all later. Peace.